honky-tonk piano solo takes the lead, full of barroom energy. Then a clean, melodic and bluesy electric guitar solo answers the piano with lots of soulful string bends and memorable licks. They can have their perfect weather, their sunshine and their gold. Give me a sky of silver and a story to be told. 'Cause a man's gotta know where his roots are laid. It ain't about the money, it's the honest life you made. That old radiant fog is calling me back home. Yeah, the misty rain is the only friend I've known. That old radiant fog, a whisper in the pines. Gonna leave this all behind for those Cascade Mountain lights. Take me home now. Yeah, beneath the mountain, that sweet fall. Oh, carry me home.
The city's buzzing, a low and angry sound. Another headline hits and shakes the very ground. The screens are glowing with a pale and sickly light. Yeah, a storm is gathering just beyond our sight. I see my neighbor, but I don't recognize his face. There's a fever taking over the soul of my face. Oh, the static's calling, it's just a click away. We're lost and we're falling. Yeah, you can hear me pray. A prayer for some shelter, a prayer from the noise. Oh, the static's calling, child. Gonna drown out every voice. The wind is whipping down the empty avenue, full of broken promises and words that weren't true. The power's flickering, the tension's about to break. How much more can a poor soul take? Yeah, a fire's coming, baby. Feel it in the air. A billion angry voices, a billion empty stares. Oh, the static's calling, it's just a click away. We're lost and we're falling. Yeah, you can hear me pray. just a click, 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 click away. It's gonna drive me insane. I need some shelter, shelter from the noise, shelter, shelter, shelter. Gonna drown boys and girls. Yeah.
I was driving through the suburbs when the evening sun was low. Saw a faded little league field where we played so long ago. Just a quiet little moment in a life that's moving fast. Then a scent of freshly cut grass came drifting from the past. I closed my
Had a very good relationship. We've been working on that for quite a while. In about a year from now, we'll have so much critical mineral and rare earths that you won't know what to do with them. They'll be worth about $2. But in the meantime, we're working with Australia and other countries. They're working with us too, but other countries also on that. But we're really working on
Morning,
anything
everyone.
having to do with military protection, military ships, vehicles, guns, ammunition, everything, the whole thing. We've been long-time allies, and I would say there's never been anybody better. We fought wars together. We never had any doubts, and it's a great honor to have you as my friend. It's a great honor to have you in the United States of America. Please, would you like to say something?
Well, thank you so much, Mr. President, for the invitation here to the White House and for showing us around the improved Oval Office and for what you're doing around here as well, and for the great honour as well of my delegation staying just across the road. We could have walked, but they didn't let us. We drove all of 20 metres there from Blair House, but it's a great honour to be able to stay there. We are great friends and we're great allies, and this is a relationship that's been forged in the battlefields of the world. We have stood side by side for freedom and democracy, and congratulations, I must say, Mr. President, on the work that you've done with the Middle East. It's an extraordinary achievement. And on defence, we've already had a discussion about taking it to the next level. Our defence and security partnership with AUKUS is so important for us, and I thank you for the support that the administration are giving as well. You've had the Chief of the Navy here as well, which will play obviously a very critical role with the subs and increasing the security for the region and the world. And our economic relationship is so important. The US has a trade surplus with Australia, as you know, and we can continue to take what is every opportunity to improve the relationship even further and make it even stronger. And today's agreement on critical minerals and rare earths is just taking it to the next level, seizing those opportunities which are before us to take our relationship to that next level.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Contact that we've had together, the friendship that we've developed, and Australians love America, and I think Americans kind of like Australia too.
We do.
And as we go forward, I think that today will be seen as a really significant day in our relationship. So I thank you very much, Mr. President.
Well, thank you very much, Anthony. It's an honor to sign this, and we'll do it now. And then we'll take some questions. Some good ones, I think. Okay.
Well, this is a $8.5 billion pipeline that we have ready to go.
That's right. It's all ready
Just,
to go.
just getting started.
And we're doing a real job on rare earth and many other things. Perhaps I could ask John to say a few words, and then we'll exchange papers. But just how are we doing on your naval purchases and all of the submarines that we're working on with Australia? How's that going?
Thank you, Mr. President. Obviously, Australia is a very important ally of ours in the Indo-Pacific and in every battle. They fought with us since World War I, and have always been side by side. The facility that they're building, Surf West, is critical and very important to our ability to project power in the Indo-Pacific and work with our allies. So we're working very closely. I think what we're really trying to do is take the original AUKUS framework and improve it for all three parties and make it better and clarify some of the ambiguity that was in the prior agreement. So it should be a win-win for everybody. So.
And the submarines that we're building for Australia are starting to really move along, right? The process is getting very exciting, isn't it?
We're getting better.
That's good. Very good.
It's going to be great.
Thank you very much. Maybe we'll hold this up. Okay.
The AUKUS defence pact that the Prime Minister just mentioned, it is a critical issue for Australia.
Yes.
You haven't really spoken much about it publicly. It was a deal that was done under Joe Biden to sell submarines to Australia at a time when you're not really making enough for your own needs. So can you tell us, have you gotten across the details of the deal? Do you support it, and will you honour it?
It was made a while ago, and nobody did anything about it, and it was going too slowly. We do actually have a lot of submarines. We have the best submarines in the world, anywhere in the world, and we're building a few more currently under construction. And now we're starting, we have it all set. With Anthony, we've worked on this long and hard, and we're starting that process right now, and I think it's really moving along very rapidly, very well.
But if the submarine production doesn't continue, how can you guarantee Australia will get the vote?
Oh, it's getting, oh no, they're getting.
Mr. President, at least 32 people have been killed in those
Excuse me, you're next.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
China's bad behavior has really only gotten worse since the AUKUS partnership was formed. With that in mind, is the door open for Australia to get additional nuclear-powered submarines or other military capabilities not already in the deal?
I think China's been very respectful of us. They're paying tremendous amounts of money to us as in the form of tariffs. As you know, they're paying 55%. That's a lot of money. They never were paying anything over years and years and years. But they were like anybody else. A lot of countries took advantage of the U.S. They're not taking advantage anymore. No, China's paying 55% and a potential 155% come November 1st unless we make a deal. And I'm meeting with President Xi. We have a very good relationship. We're going to be meeting in South Korea in a couple of weeks, and we'll see what we can do. We have a very good relationship with China, but you know, it's been probably a little bit like your relationship with China. They try and take advantage, but most countries do. I mean, I can say the European Union took advantage, but not anymore. We worked out a very fair trade deal. Japan, we worked out a very fair deal. South Korea, where I'll be meeting President Xi, we worked out a very fair deal. And I expect we'll probably work out a very fair deal with President Xi of China. So most of you will be with us. It's going to be very exciting. And I think we're going to work out something that's good for both countries.
Are you at least interested in expediting? Excuse me. Are you at least interested in expediting the nuclear-powered subs to Australia?
Well, we are doing that. Yeah, we're doing that. we have them moving very, very quickly. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, I don't think you've ever been to Australia. Have you thought about coming to Australia and trying out some of the golf courses?
I would, and I actually have been to Australia, and I did play one of your great golf courses. They have great golf courses there. But I have been to Australia, actually.
Would you come again?
Oh, I would. In fact, I've been invited to go, and
Indeed.
I'll have to give it serious consideration. No, it's a real possibility.
Did the Prime Minister invite you today?
He did.
And perhaps we could time it, must be said, with the President's Cup that Australia hosts as well.
When is the President's Cup?
We'll organise it at a time suitable for you, Mr. President.
Please, in the back, please. Yeah, in the back, please.
Yeah, Mr. President, the Prime Minister mentioned that there's a trade imbalance that's very heavily in America's favour. Why does America slap such heavy tariffs on a friend and ally?
Well, we don't, yeah. Well, we do in some cases. We do in many cases because we've been treated unfairly. But actually, the tariffs are very light. The one thing is you buy a lot of airplanes, so that helps because you buy a lot of the beautiful Boeings, the best of the Boeings. Boeing, and by the way, Boeing is really doing well. They have lots of orders, and they're really doing a great job. They make a great plane. But Australia, because of its location, which is great, but one of the things dictated by that location is you have to order a lot of airplanes. So I guess we have that advantage. They need a lot of airplanes in Australia, and that gives us a little bit of an...
Yeah, President.
Yeah, your Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, in his Shangri-La speech in, I think it was May, warned about the potential likelihood or threat of President Xi ordering an invasion of Taiwan. 2027 is also the year that Fleet Base West is supposed to start rotating those US and UK submarines. Do you see AUKUS as a deterrent for China in the Indo-Pacific?
Yeah, I do. I think it is, but I don't think we're going to need it. I think we'll be just fine with China. China doesn't want to do that. First of all, the United States is the strongest military power in the world by far. It's not even close. Not even close. We have the best equipment. We have the best of everything, and nobody's going to mess with that. And I don't see that at all with President Xi. I think we're going to get along very well as it pertains to Taiwan and others. Now, that doesn't mean it's not the apple of his eye, because probably it is, but I don't see anything happening. We have a very good trade relationship. We're going to have a very good, I think when we leave South Korea, could be wrong, but I think we'll end up with a very strong trade deal. Both of us will be happy. I don't see that happening now.
Given the trade surplus that the US enjoys with Australia, would you consider lifting the tariffs that you've imposed on Australia? And can you give us any details about the critical...
Yeah, well, the tariffs have been amazing because, tariffs have been really a reason that I was able to settle almost all of the, I've settled 8 wars in 8 months. Not bad. I have one more to go. It's Russia-Ukraine, and I think we'll get there, but it's turned out to be nasty because you have 2 leaders that truly hate each other. You can't have it all, right? They hate each other beyond all else, and it makes it actually a little bit difficult. But we try, of the 8 deals, I would say because of tariffs, 4 or 5 of them were settled. It's an amazing thing, the power of tariffs in terms of our country. But tariffs have always been used against us. We never use them against anywhere else. And now you have a president that for national security reasons and other reasons is using them. And we've become a very rich nation again. and a very secure nation again, but we've also become a nation that used that power of tariffs and the power of trade to settle 5 of the 8 wars that I said. I settled 8. I'm very proud of that. Nobody else has settled 1. I don't think there's been an American president that settled 1. I think there probably hasn't been, outside of the 2 countries involved, or however many are at war. I don't think there's ever been an outside country that settled a war, period. So I settled 8 in 8 months. I'm proud of that. Now, in the meantime, I'm running a country that's, right now, we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. We were dead. A year and a half ago, we were a dead country. Now we're the hottest country in the world, economically and otherwise. So, but I will say this, Australia pays very low tariffs. Very, very low tariffs. In fact, Australia pays among the lowest tariffs. Go ahead.
Mr. President, there's been concern in Australia that it's taken 9 months to get this meeting. Have you had any concerns with this administration, with its stance on Palestine, climate change, or even things the ambassador said about you in the past, the Australian ambassador?
I don't know anything about him. I mean, if he said bad, then maybe he'll like to apologize. I really don't know. Did an ambassador say something bad about him? Don't tell me. I don't. Where is he? Is he still working for you?
Yeah.
You said bad?
Before I took this position, Mr. President,
I don't like you either. I don't, and I probably never will. Go ahead. No, you went. Go ahead, behind you.
Mr. President, your Secretary of the Navy said there will be some clarifications around some ambiguities on AUKUS. Can you tell us
what... Well, he'll get that taken care of. These are just minor details.
Can I ask you specifically on...
John, you're going to get that taken care of, right?
Correct.
There shouldn't be any more clarifications, because we're just going now full steam ahead building. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Are you now satisfied with Australia's defence investment, or do you want Australia to invest more in defence?
Well, I'd always like more, but they have to do what they have to do. You know, you can only do so much. I think they've been great. They're building magnificent holding pads for the submarines. It's going to be expensive, too. You wouldn't believe the level of complexity, right, and how expensive it is. They're building tremendous docking because they have a lot of ships and a lot of things happening. And I think their military has been very strong, very, very strong. Over here, please.
Mr. President, on the war that you haven't solved yet, the Ukraine-Russia situation, have you now locked in a meeting? And can you explain, just a few weeks ago at UNGA, you said that Ukraine could possibly win the war and keep its territory, but now the story seems a bit different. I don't think they
will, but they could still win it. I never said they would win it. I said they could win. Anything can happen. You know, war is a very strange thing. A lot of bad things happen, a lot of good things happen. If you look at the Middle East, I would say prior to us hitting Iran so hard, we could have never made that deal, because you would have had a dark cloud over the Middle East where we took out their nuclear capability, which was one of the great military maneuvers of all time. It was flawless. You saw that. Yeah. Those magnificent B-2s. I mean, that was a flawless move that was done by some very talented people, headed up by Pete and everybody else, and our great generals, and General in particular, Raisin Kane. We did a great job. And when that happened, everything was different, and we were able to get a deal. If we didn't do that, if it wasn't, you know, they wanted to do that for 22 years, Mr. Prime Minister. For 22 years, I had the pilots here, the B-2 pilots, and they came to the Oval Office, and I thought they deserved it. They flew 37 hours back and forth. We had 52 tankers up there. We had a lot of planes up there with them, but they were the primary plane. But we had a lot of planes, F-22s and F-35s and F-16. We had a lot of planes. But we had 52 tankers, can you believe that? And it was just like a flawless mission. And when it was finished, the Middle East just opened up, amazing. And they've wanted to do it for 22 years. The pilots came up to me, they said, you know, for 22 years we practiced this maneuver, 3 times a year for 22 years, our predecessors and us. These are now young pilots, you know, but they're older now, predecessors practiced it. And they said, we never had a president that would let us do it, but I let him do it, and it totally opened up the Middle East. It took the cloud over the, you know, we had a dark cloud over the Middle East, and now it's all, I mean, we have a little situation relatively with Hamas, and that will be taken care of very quickly if they don't straighten it out themselves, because they're in violation of their agreement.
Thank you, Mr. President.
change the
rare earth
equation
minerals,
there?
Australia is one of the only places in the world that processes rare earth minerals.
Yeah, it's good.
Could there be an agreement? China has 90% of the processing. Could there be an agreement over processing rare earth minerals with Australia?
Sure, that's what we're doing.
And
It's part of the agreement.
Can you say with certainty
Go ahead, please.
that, thank you, sir, thank you, sir. Just, sorry,
Yeah.
on a follow-up on Taiwan, there are reports that you will come up, or China is pressuring you to not support independence for Taiwan in exchange for a trade deal.
Well, I'm not going to talk about that. What I'll talk about, you and I will have that discussion in a couple of weeks when I'm in South Korea with President Xi. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. I assume that's going to be one of the things, but I'm not going to talk about that now. Yeah, please go ahead.
Mr. President, you just alluded to the violence in the Middle East. What steps is the administration taking to maintain the ceasefire?
Well, a lot of steps, and right now it's in the hands of others. You know, we have 59 countries that agreed to the deal. We have a peace in the Middle East for the first time ever. We made a deal with Hamas that, you know, they're going to be very good, they're going to behave, they're going to be nice, and if they're not, we're going to go and we're going to eradicate them if we have to. They'll be eradicated, and they know that. So they went in, and I don't believe it was the leadership, but they had some rebellion in there among themselves, and they killed some people, you know, a lot of people. But this is a violent group. You know, you probably noticed over the last 100 years, this is a very violent group of people. And they got very rambunctious, and they did things that they shouldn't be doing. And if they keep doing it, then we're going to go in and straighten it out, and it'll happen very quickly and pretty violently, unfortunately.
Yeah, just following up on that question, when you say we are going to eradicate Hamas,
Yeah.
who is we? Does that include American boots on the ground? Could you clarify?
No, it won't be on the ground at all. We don't need to, because we have many countries, as you know, signed on to this deal. The way I view it, 59 countries, and unanimous. There's never been, nobody ever believed us. Countries that 4 months ago didn't like each other, and now they're all aligned together. I mean, we've had countries calling me when they saw some of the killing with Hamas, saying, we'd love to go in and take care of the situation ourselves. In addition, you have Israel would go in 2 minutes if I asked them to go in. I could tell them, go in and take care of it. But right now, we haven't said that. We're going to give it a little chance, and hopefully there will be a little less violence. But right now, you know, they're violent people. Hamas has been very violent. But they don't have the backing of Iran anymore. They don't have the backing of really anybody anymore. They have to be good. And if they're not good, they'll be eradicated.
That everyone killed in the Caribbean was a narco-terrorist. Were any innocent civilians killed in the Caribbean, Mr. President?
Not you.
Could the Prime Minister weigh in more on the processing?
And can Australia expand the process of rare earths?
Absolutely we can, and we have the capacity to do so, and part of this deal is very specific. $8.5 billion pipeline. There'll be $1 billion contributed from Australia and the United States over the next 6 months with projects that are immediately available. There's 3 groups of projects, ones that are joint activities between Australia and the United States, such as Alcoa. Secondly is projects that will be US investment, that the US will undertake in Australia, including processing, and then ones that Australia will undertake, some as well. One of them is Australia, the US and Japan as well. So what we're trying to do here is to take the opportunities which are there. Australia has had a view for some time, a bit similar to putting America first.
Right.
Our plan's called A Future Made in Australia, which is about not just digging things up and exporting them, but how do we make sure that we have across the supply chains with our friends being able to benefit, seize those opportunities. So we certainly see part of what this is about isn't just digging things up, it's also about processing, including the joint ventures between Australia and the United States.
Can the US and Australia really compete with China? Aren't we decades behind in terms of the development?
No, you've been reading the wrong newspapers. We're not decades. We are way ahead of China militarily, the United States. We're way ahead of them in every form of military, other than they're building a lot of ships, and we'll have that started. We'll be catching them on that. But we will, when it comes to weaponry, when it comes to, I'll go, right now, AI. The big thing is AI. They're building more plants in this country than anybody ever imagined. We're going to have over $20 trillion of investment for this year. The most we ever had was a tiny fraction of that. As an example, Biden, who's the worst president in the history of our country by far, by the way, but they were less than $1 trillion for 4 years. We're already now breaking $18 trillion of investment in 8 months. 18 trillion. No country in history has ever done that. We're way ahead of China in AI, and we're way ahead of China militarily from the standpoint of the sophisticated weapons. We have weapons that a lot of people don't even know about, and I got them started 4 years ago. I rebuilt the military 4 years ago, fortunately, because Biden didn't do anything but give a piece of it away to Afghanistan. Fortunately, as much as it sounded like it was a small part of what I built, but the Afghanistan giveaway was one of the worst. That was probably the most embarrassing day in the period in the history of our country. But we have the greatest military. We have the best equipment. We have the best manufacturers of equipment. We have the best weapons. When you look at our weapons, I've been talking a lot about our weapons. Everybody wants our weapons. But it's great to be working with Anthony. It's great to be working with the people of Australia, because they also, it's a smaller country, but you have done a fantastic job in weaponry and the kind of things that we do a lot of joint work together. Our militaries work very, very closely together. We've been really an amazing ally when you think of it, right? There's never been any games. We're strongly committed, and they're strongly committed. There are some games with other countries, but there haven't been games with Australia. Where do you come from?
I'm from Australia.
Who are you with?
The Sydney Morning Herald.
Nasty guy. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to ask a question.
All right, go ahead.
On in your first term, you worked with two Australian Prime Ministers, Scott Morrison and Malcolm Turnbull, you might remember. They were from same side of politics as you. Mr Albanese's different side. Can you tell us a bit more about what it's like to work with Mr Albanese compared to those two?
Well, I got along. That wouldn't be fair, because the man on my right has a big advantage. You know that, right? But I think he's doing a really good job, and we've had a very good relationship. I don't want to compare one with the other, but I'll tell you, this one is. They really have a great prime minister.
Thank you.
Okay, was that a
Thank
good
you.
statement?
I'll use it in my ads in 28.
President Putin on Thursday, did you discuss his ongoing attacks on civilian areas in Ukraine?
Yeah.
Did you say cut it out? Did you say show an article of good faith to me?
I did. But as you know, most of the people dying are soldiers. The soldiers that are dying in Russia and Ukraine, it's unbelievable. 5,000 to 7,000 a week. Can you believe it? And I look at that and I say it's pretty amazing. But in addition to that, there are attacks on Kiev and some of the other places. And it's human lives, but the big number of human lives are soldiers that are being killed in the battlefield. Anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000, sometimes more than that every single week. It's not even believable. It's a bloodbath. It's the worst since the Second World War, the worst number of people. And it doesn't affect us in any way. We don't pay anything, because now they pay us for the weapons that they get. The NATO is paying us for the weapons, as you know. It doesn't affect. I guess you could say that's a positive thing. They pay us, but I'm not interested in that. I did straighten it out. Biden gave them $350 billion. Can you believe it? And all they did is get deeper in. It's a shame. Gave them $350 billion. A lot of lives were lost. That's a war that would have never happened if I were president. But we do speak about that. I speak about all of the lives, but I do speak about the civilian lives. Yeah.
The First Lady has done such an amazing job on Ukrainian children who were abducted by Russia. Would you support Senator Lindsey Graham's bill to declare Russia a terrorist state? And you have within your power the most powerful man on earth. Why don't you just enable Ukraine to finish this war tomorrow?
Well, if you knew anything about what you were talking about, you'd be able. You do. I don't think you do, really. I don't think you do, because it's a little more complicated than that. But it sounds easy. We're in the process of trying to make a deal. If we make a deal, that's great. If we don't make a deal, it'll be a a lot of people are going to be paying a big price.
And on the adaptation
Quiet. Go
President
ahead.
Truss, a question to both of you, if you don't mind.
I love his haircut. I'm going to try that. No, I love it. Go ahead.
So, as we all know, China controls 90% of the global supply of critical minerals. They have launched attacks on Australian companies, primarily Linus Rare Earths. What will happen to China if they don't play fair with this?
So, it's a very interesting question. We have a tremendous power, and that's the power of tariff. And I think that China will come to the table and make a very fair deal, because if they don't, they're going to be paying us 157% in tariffs. Right now, they're paying 55 to 57%. When I was first president and first term, we had the greatest economy we've ever had. And as you know, people don't write too much about it, but China paid us hundreds of billions of dollars worth of money for tariffs. Biden left it, but he didn't enforce it. He gave exceptions to almost everything. And so he left the tariffs, but he didn't really collect the numbers that he should have collected, and because he didn't know what the hell he was doing. So now the tariffs are much higher in China than they were before, and they're high on other countries depending on whether or not we like that country or we get along, and that's for national security purposes. So I made deals with Japan, I made deals with the European Union, or the whole of Europe practically, but the European Union, made deals with a lot of different people. We have a very fair deal for, I will say, Australia's paying a low number. They do have, I'll change it, we have a little bit of an advantage on that one. I told you, the advantage we have is airplanes. We sell a lot of airplanes to them, and they need them. It's a very vibrant place, and people go in and out, and I look forward to going there myself. And I think it's unlikely I'll be taking a ship. That's a long
journey.
That's a long. But China has treated us with great respect. Now, in the past, they didn't treat other presidents with great respect. They would take hundreds of billions and even trillions of dollars out of the country, and they would spend it and build their military. Now they're treating us with great respect. Now, we'll see what happens. I said, if we don't make a deal, I'm putting on an additional 100% on November 1st. I think we'll make a deal. They threatened us with rare earths, and I threatened them with tariffs, but I could also threaten them with many other things, like airplanes. You know about airplanes, because they can't get parts for their airplanes. We build their airplanes. We do a great job. They're largely Boeings, and we could stop the parts. We did stop the parts, actually, when they did the initial threat. That's a big. They closed down over 400 of their airplanes, but we don't want to do that. But we have a much simpler thing. If we don't make a deal, we'll charge them a very substantial tariff, and they'll be paying us hundreds of billions of dollars a year, which they're basically paying right now. We had presidents that allowed China and other countries get away with murder. We're not going to allow that, but we're going to have a fair deal. I want to be good to China. I love my relationship with President Xi. We have a great relationship. I believe after we leave South Korea, we'll be there together. We thought that would be a good place to meet, and we're going to be meeting. I'll be in Malaysia, I'll be in Japan, I'll be in a couple of others. We'll be sort of doing a little bit of a tour. I've been invited to go to China, and I'll be doing that sometime fairly early next year. We have it sort of set. But I think we're going to have a very good relationship with China. And again, they will threaten us with rare earths. I don't think they're threatening us too much right now. But they could do that, but I threaten them with something I think is much more powerful, and that's tariffs. Because at a certain point, they will not be able to do any business with us. At a certain point, if they pay enough tariffs, it's almost like saying, we don't want to do business with you, but it's probably nicer. Saying you're going to pay 158, 157% tariff is a nicer way of saying that we don't want to do business with you. And if they don't do business with us, I think China's in big trouble, I'll be honest with you. I think China is, I don't know that they even make it. I really do. I believe that they're in big trouble. And I don't want them to be in big trouble. I want them to do great. I want them to thrive. But we have to thrive together. It's a two-way street. I think when we finish our meetings, and it's going to be a big deal. Look, I'm meeting with a lot of other countries, but this seems to be the one that people are very interested in. I think when we finish our meetings in South Korea, China and I will have a really fair and really great trade deal together. I want them to buy soybeans. They stopped buying our soybeans because they thought that was punishment. And it is punishment to our farmers, but we're not going to allow that to happen because I made a great trade deal with China, a $50 billion trade deal, and they were great about it. They were doing everything that they were supposed to do. And then when Biden came in, you know, I used to call President Xi all the time to say, thank you, or you're not buying enough. In other words, they were supposed to buy. Biden, do you think Biden ever called him? I don't think Biden ever called him. You think Biden lied awake at night thinking about trade with China? He didn't know what he was doing. He was an incompetent president. We had an incompetent president, but you don't have that anymore. So I think we're going to end up having a fantastic deal with China. It's going to be a great trade deal. It's going to be fantastic for both countries, and it's going to be fantastic for the entire world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Came drifting from the past. I closed my eyes, and suddenly the years all disappeared. And it was more than just a memory. It was a feeling in the air. Just another story getting old. I see her smiling as she slips away.
What's up, everybody? Check out some of these videos from the weekend. Some of them are pretty good. Got pretty wild in some of the areas. Chicago had some pretty good beatdowns from the ice. What's up, everybody? Well, check out some of these videos from the weekend. Some of them are pretty wild in some areas.
I'm sorry.
I would make some kinds of flowers, but it's usually you. That one's from Nick. It got pretty rough. That was during the day, like right directly after they got done with the protest march. This is a dude. This is a dude hitting a woman. Straight cocked her. Peaceful protest, right?
It is on video. You fucking touch me, you're gonna get punched again. You fucking touch me, you're gonna get punched again. You touch me, you're gonna get punched again.
You're a scared coward.
You touch me, you're gonna get punched
It's a
again.
man in a dress.
Don't fucking
Not
touch
afraid.
people. What's wrong with you? You fucking hit me, I'm gonna hit you back.
I didn't hit you with my nose. You should have fucking been there.
Hey, they're not gonna let you fly planes anymore. You act like a crazy Venture public.
Yeah, just hit by a man, everybody. Hit by a man.
Hey, you're gonna lose your pilot's license. You act like a crazy public.
Yeah. I know who you are. I know who you are. I know who you are. You're a fucking loser.
I got tickets for you. How does it feel to be part of the most hated group in America?
Demons don't like those.
There you go.
Demons don't like bells. It's a demon. It's a demon.
Hey, I'm right there with you. Thank you.
You can do something about that. Now you just punched me in the fucking face. You fucking hit him.
Nobody
I didn't hit him. I didn't see a goddamn
I didn't hit him.
Okay, I see something really escalating right here. It's really hard to
Oh my god, this cop is a fucking joke.
She has a right to do this, and it's pretty simple. Everybody wants her out. She's starting shit. She fucking hit someone. She needs to leave. All right, we're not going to talk about these.
Oh, yeah, you are. You can't stop him from doing that. What the fuck is wrong with that cop? That cop cannot stop you from saying that man. And for him to even try that, that's illegal. What is that? What is that thing? No, crayon eaters are Marines. Those are not Marines, Morris. Oh, yeah. I have a feeling the National Guard is going to be there very shortly. It got pretty rough at some points. Yeah, well, you can say that, but it's the law, buddy. You can say that. Here, this one's for you who said fuck ICE. You can watch them drag him in. Aw, she go bye-bye. She go bye-bye. She go bye-bye. Aww. Aww.
You'll be all right, bro. They'll let you out. Don't let them down.
They'll let you out.
They'll let you out.
That's the problem. They let him out. Oh, spicy, spicy.
Oh my God.
Those guys in the black are new. They got all brand new stuff. Yeah, they've been out there for 130 days straight protesting. You know you're unemployed with shit like that.
Thank you guys for your service. Thank you guys for your service. Appreciate it.
That's right, May. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
What are you doing?
One arrest a day. There goes two, buddy. That's awesome. Here, let me pump those numbers up right in front of you, guy. Let's play that back. That was awesome. That was awesome.
What are you doing?
And she's gone. He said one arrest a day. He grabs her ass and pulls her in.
What the fuck did the person holding the sign do? Did it really hurt?
Is that Nick Sawyer?
No problem.
Oh, man. Ryan Amaker?
No problem. What's that big ass belt around his pants? Weirdos, man. This is in Chicago.
This has become an unlawful assembly at this point. People are throwing
It's an unlawful assembly. That means go home. Oh, yeah. Give them some time. We'll stop doing this stupid shit. The problem is they just arrest them and let them go down the street. Oh! This is what happens for good old Chicago. Ooh, got one. And they're gone. And they're gone. Better pull them britches up, boy. Just the best clips from the weekends, guys. Which is, yeah, it's full of liberal. This is a liberal tears puddle. Got him. Bye. Oh, you're hurting him. Ooh. Train Tifa with no Tifa. Aww. Mostly peaceful protest, right? Oh, these people have tons of issues. Every issue on the spectrum of mental disorder is out there doing that right now. Mostly peaceful protest, right?
Donald Trump is your president. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump is your president. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump is your president. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump is your president. Donald Trump rapes young girls. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. I got it all on video. I got it all on video. Can I file a police report?
No.
Someone just grabbed my hat and then they start hitting me whenever I was trying to get it back, and I got it on video.
Once this is over, somebody can take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. Make sure y'all like, sub, please. Appreciate y'all. Just because you say something or act something doesn't give someone the right to put their hands on you, AJ. That's emotional stupidity. Control your emotions. It's never been a problem before now. Last 20 years, emotional intelligence has come to an all-time low. Ooh. See, this is when the National Guard needs to come out because they start throwing the shit back at them. Yep, once you pick that up and throw it back. Communist flag. Communist flag. That's right, Mark. We used to have a beer with those we disagree with. Not no more.
You started a fire!
It used to be we did dinner conversation. You didn't talk about politics or religion if you wanted to keep your friends. Now everybody feels like putting their politics and religions right up in your grill. And I consider trans Tifa to be part of a religion, or a cult religion, if anything. If you drink a Bud Light, it makes you gay. Damn it, Kid Rock, you ruined it. Thomas, why are you here then? You're more than free to leave, buddy. No one's holding you here. This is America. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, get them boys, get them. Yep. Oh, that went off right over their head, too. Good God. Yeah, that's some tough stuff right there. There was one point when that, yeah, look at this, another angle of it.
Tear gas being used on this crowd, enormous amounts of it. You have the pepper ball still being fired, and look at the crowd. Many of them don't even have gas masks, and they're still in front of the ICE facility. But this is an enormous amount of tear gas. We started to know.
We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling.
You get whatever vibes you want, Edward. You're free to have an opinion, just like a smelly asshole. Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate you, brother.
Are those flashbang grenades being deployed by the federal agents that we hear, or are those fireworks being thrown from the protesters?
Protest is not standing in the middle of the street. Protest is on a sidewalk, in a park, with signs, not past 10 p.m. You don't disrupt people's livelihoods and peace and happiness because you want to protest. That's not right. And the first thing of the Declaration of Independence says the right to happiness. And they're ruining people's right to happiness with that shit. Yeah. I have no problem with someone standing in a park from fucking 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night or in front of the Capitol, but not in someone's apartment complex. They have no choice in this matter.
Yeah, maintain your distance.
That's not what protesting is. Your understanding of protesting is horribly, horribly wrong.
On the protesters. There's this woman right here, she doesn't even have a gas mask. She's yelling at the agents. This guy just kicked the tear gas. Yeah, look at
Do you see me out there? I'm not out there.
And that's all the agents there on the roof. They have a spotlight on us, but
Yeah, the governor and mayor are both in Antifa's pockets. I think they're scared of having their houses burned down, to be honest with you. Howdy, James.
Jorge, at this time, from my vantage point, it seems as if there are more protesters out there than actual federal agents holding the line. Did they retreat in some capacity?
Yeah, Portland.
That's correct. That's correct. Yes, Alex, they did retreat back to the ICE facility.
Angle, same one, different angle. This communist guy, man. See, they threw that back up at him. That's when you need the National Guard. When you're throwing munitions back at the police, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. See, threw another one back at him. Huge problem. This was Saturday night. Freaking crazy commie. Crazy ass commie. Yeah, it is a problem. Tear gas is meant to disperse a crowd, not for you to throw it back. That's like saying, oh, I shot at the cops, they shot back, so it gives me the right to shoot again. No. They're in the wrong from the get-go, bud. The minute they step into that street, they are in the wrong. 100%. Protesting does not give you the right to break laws at all. At all. Nowhere in no Bill of Rights and anywhere in the United States paper does it say protesting allows you to break laws. Period. This was Saturday night in Portland. No, the court order only applied to Chicago, Larry. The Supreme Court limited the district court's rulings for the national injunctions because they kept doing it. It says it explicitly allows it. It does. The first police force in America up until about 1870s was the military. They were the only ones who enforced the law. So you need to read some history and understand that. That's why the Comus Act was enacted in the 1870s, because they switched from using the military to using civilian police. Oh, here we go. What is this? say that. What's that? Oh, sound. Sucks. Where's the sound at?
Bin Laden, I'm Timothy McVeigh.
Oh, this is crazy.
Right here, mine. Do it to me. I'm fucking Bin Laden. Stop thinking I'm
Yeah, these are the people protesting.
Bin Laden, I'm Timothy McVeigh.
Oh, this is crazy.
Daddy Wallen. Be a man and defend
Daddy Wallen, the Portland terrorist. Oh yeah, you got this old terrorist right here.
Right here, mine. Do it to me. I'm fucking Bin Laden. Stop thinking I'm fucking Bin Laden. I'm Timothy McVeigh.
God, I can't believe that someone would even say that. This is Camp Tylenol, then keep Tifa camp. We figure everybody there had to have been Tylenol babies. Where'd all that shit come from? No.
Because she's a queer-coded disabled black woman.
Queer-coded disabled black woman. What a label. That's quartered in the house, Bex. That means they can't come and take over. You see, you don't even know the history behind that, Bex. That's because the English soldiers used to come take over American houses for barracks. So that's what that's about. That's not what has nothing to do with what you're talking about.
Oh. Yeah, that's sad. A big gun should make you confident. You shouldn't have to hop up on a step. You fucking coward. What the fuck are you thinking? Standing on top of this? You look like the weakest dick in the world.
Trans Polly Shore.
You need a platform to make you feel powerful.
Oh.
Grab it, pussy. Grab it, pussy. Grab it again. Baby, back. Grab it again. Come here.
Ice Ice Baby, that's right.
Hey. Hey, you know you want it. You know you want it, jackass. You're small, but you ain't shit. Come and grab it again, bitch.
Right, Felonious? He's zesty. Super zesty. Yeah, whatever you say, Mary. Imagine he's taking a couple days off. He said he ain't gonna stream today or tomorrow. I mean, yeah, because most of the kids coming out of school these days can't even read or write. They just pass them on the DEI qualifications of they're alive and have a heartbeat. Therefore, they deserve a diploma because life is unfair.
Watch your shoulder. I don't want to get hit.
Eric. I mean, that's one way to look at it, huh? Imagine if people had to butcher their own meat. A lot less people would eat meat, that's for sure. Yeah, trophies for showing up. It's just bullshit. You should have incentive to do. This is pretty much a communist thing right here. Antifa is a communist action group. Its origins are communist. Yeah, read information that came out before 2014 in the media. It's crazy. If you go back and start reading media articles that cover the same thing, pre-2000, pre-Donald Trump, we'll start calling it pre-Donald Trump, the media scape changes completely with the way they handle things and look at things. They would have one perspective one way, and then after 2016, it go to a totally different perspective.
That red gas you deploy is a war crime. You commit war crimes against your own civilians.
I'm pretty sure Thomas Jefferson signed all the things in Congress for standing army. So once again, you're contorting history. Pretty sure he signed for the Army and Navy, and with the Coast Guard Revenue Service. I mean, they got a Palestinian flag when that's pretty much done. It says the guy says burn in hell when he's probably not even religious. Who cares if he mocks anybody? You got to separate the person from the position. That's what's wrong. People can't. Yeah, he might be a terrible human being, but he makes good choices. That's the thing. It doesn't matter. People lack the ability to separate a person from a position, and it's very, very ignorant. You don't got to respect the person, but you got to respect the position. And if they're doing good at the position, that's what we're there for. You don't got to like them. So did I. I was in the Marine Corps, bro. Every male in my family has been in the military since World War II. Once those protesters start throwing that shit back, you know that's lethal force. That's a lethal force use. Well, no shit, Bex. With high interest rates, people can't keep making it. So the slack from the last year of people having to keep making these high interest rates on these balloon payments, don't worry, it'll come down. Interest rates are coming down. Foreclosure rate will come down with that. More people can handle the payments. But if you really want to talk about something, you should talk about the subprime car notes. That's what really shows it. But this is nothing that's been caused in the last 8 months. The economy don't work like that. It's not an 8-month long cycle. It didn't just boom. This is shit that's been brewing for years. The question is how it's handled now to prevent it from getting worse.
You okay? You okay?
Protesting is a First Amendment right, but not occupying the street. Occupying the street is not a right. You can protest in a park. You can protest on a sidewalk. You can protest in front of the Capitol. Yeah, it's definitely just because of Trump's first.
We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling.
Can't put no blame on Biden, can you, Samantha? Jesus Christ, that's so insane. People have, I mean, yeah, every president makes mistakes. No president's perfect, but the amount of blame people lay on Trump is insane. Outrageously insane. He's not that bad. Oh, this is pretty funny. Look at this. And then you'll see old Mr. Blonde and handcuffed.
He is blind. He is blind. And you just dropped him.
I'm only 4'6" and I can't see. What harm was I gonna do to them?
Tuesday night, Quinn Hobble was protesting down at the ICE facility when federal
This
agents
is the
picked
gay,
him up and
the
dropped him
tranny
on the
Danny
ground.
DeVito.
I decided that I
Tranny
was going
Danny,
to sit
tranny Danny.
in the driveway as they came out. Like, just sit there, not do anything, just sit on the ground.
Undeterred by this run-in, Hobble went back on Saturday, more careful about his positioning, but this time met with even more force.
All right.
So
Now we'll change that over. Look at this right here. Let's see what Tranny Danny's doing right here. Oh, just fine with a pacifier in his mouth.
Hey, Tommy! You guys are sexual fucking deviants.
With a fucking teddy bear. What a weirdo. What a fucking weirdo.
You Antifa folks.
You fake Christian bitch! You fake Christian bitch! Who would
Jesus said obey the laws of the land. Illegals are not obeying the laws of the land.
Hey, Tommy! Would Jesus separate?
Tommy, I'm a little and I'm proud.
You can see too.
Stop lying. Benjamin, put your pinky back in your mouth.
Jake, if you keep repeating yourself, it doesn't change anything or make your point more valid.
You guys make
Oh
great
shit,
content.
he thinks he's a baby.
Beat mental illness right now.
He thinks he's a baby.
This is the left. This encompasses the left.
He called me mentally ill and he got a baby. Conquer people, conquer land. You guys shouldn't be drinking.
Now we'll go back to old blonde boy and see what he says. How he was accosted. He's so
In
innocent.
the grass, and my legs were just barely in the driveway. And they came up, I think there were 6 of them, and they grabbed me. And they started to drag me across the driveway on the ground.
Hobble was taken inside the gates where he says he was overpowered, handcuffed, and remained for about an hour.
And they put their foot or something on my back, and some part of them on my neck.
I don't
He says it
ignore
was
any
one of the
negative
worst
comment.
moments
What
of
are
his
you
life.
talking about?
It was scary. Being dragged across
All
the
right,
ground
Jake.
when you can't
If
see
you can't
what's
make a
happening
valid
around
point
you.
After
or
being
say
released,
anything
Hobble was
worthwhile,
taken
you
to the
gotta go
hospital.
bye-bye,
And they
buddy.
said they saw a lot of bruising on my shoulders, on my hands, and on my arms.
But his doctor said his back and neck
I read
were
that,
okay.
didn't I? I read
Hobble
enough
with
to
strong final
get
words
rid of
after
ya.
the harrowing experience.
They call Portland a war zone.
It is a war zone. It's a terrible war zone. Yeah, probably not. I don't think he's totally blind either. I think
on,
he's
shot.
I think he's like partially blind. He's probably like legally blind, but he can see a little because I've seen him walk around shit before. That'd be about it for. Maybe I can find some Chicago stuff. See if he's got any Chicago stuff on his page. Let's see. What was that? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Thomas Massey Jones. Oh yeah, this is pretty crazy. They found a deer blind near the Air Force One was taken off yesterday. That's pretty crazy. Well, it's not even a deer stand, it's more of a perch. Wow, I can't believe you don't have any good videos.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the subs y'all got. Like, sub. Tip if you like. Always appreciated. Man, I can't believe he didn't have any good stuff on his page. He usually does. Bronzeville. TPUSA.
Folding right outside the ICE facility. After Nick Sorter was trying to show what was happening inside the Antifa refueling tent, an absolute melee broke out.
I don't know, man. I got
TKO
Thomas
Tommy.
Allen, he was been targeted all evening for wearing MAGA gear, his MAGA cap and wearing the Charlie Kirk shirt. He just got
They can't
arrested.
give him
He
credit.
just
Right.
took his MAGA cap. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Their
whoa.
heart will melt if they actually said he did something good. They're still yelling Free Palestine.
Wow, you saved the MAGA cap. You saved it. All right, Thomas Allen's being escorted out by Portland PD. Allen's being targeted again by Antifa militants. They tried to steal his MAGA cap. Portland PD is arresting Thomas Allen. Wow. They're taking him in zip ties. So, again, this is the type of powder keg and ecosystem that has continued to explode out of control here in Portland. City officials continue to allow and enable this
The city
situation,
officials
and
continue
there's
to
absolutely
allow
no
it.
end in sight.
Ain't that the damn truth? Trains Queefa with no Tifa. Out there smoking meth in those tents.
Only any of the racist things that Charlie is saying. So
I've already told you.
Okay, well then
Why
walk
is this
away
guy
from me. All you
accosting
have to
this
do is
girl?
walk away. So this gentleman found out that I worked at
I've
Turning Point
already told
USA
you.
and decided to come up to me
This
and
is
say
crazy.
that Charlie was a racist and a
This is
fascist.
entirely
I was having a
bullshit.
good conversation. So you found out that I worked for Turning Point and you said you can't stand here and talk with me because why?
Because Charlie Kirk was a racist, bigot, scum.
Do you think he deserved to get shot in the neck?
No, I don't think he deserved to die.
Yeah, I donate to
See how
ICE
that type
too.
of rhetoric has led two people in the United States getting killed?
His rhetoric
Can I
has
ask what
ruined
rhetoric that-
thousands of
And
lives.
my dad's a migrant, so
is at the forefront for you
my dad's a
now?
legal migrant. I don't support this shit
hate
at
his
all.
racism.
Wait your turn.
He was an anti-Semite. He accused Jews of funding
Oh, it
replacement
smells worse than
theory
cat
in
piss.
America. This is insane.
So regarding the racism, I myself am a Hispanic Asian woman.
Okay.
He hired me on to, represent his organization.
God bless. Everybody
He has
needs a
lot
token.
of- okay,
Oh.
so I'm a token.
Wow.
Charlie was just brutally murdered
Wow.
in the United States, and I think it's a big problem that we can't even have a conversation.
That's irrelevant. He
It's
had
irrelevant
position.
that he was brutally murdered.
He had.
Yeah, it doesn't have to do with his politics.
Or
Yeah, right.
It had everything to do with his politics because people said that he was a fascist. Like, there's a sign behind you saying the fascist Trump regime. Who's out here calling people fascists in the street? Is it the right wing? Or is it the left wing that's out here labeling everybody that
Who's acting like a fascist?
It's going to be Vance Trump 2028.
Oh, okay. All
That's
right.
what it's going to be.
I don't think we have anything more to discuss.
Okay, well,
I can't convince you. You're not going to convince me. The only thing else I have to
Why
say.
can't we have a conversation? I was having a great
Because
conversation with him, and then you decided
They
that
didn't.
Charlie was
That's the
racist.
problem. People take issue with people's words
He's a
instead of just
racist by
not
his own
listening.
words. His
And then
own
when they
words.
feel like they
His
can't
own
listen no
words.
more, they feel like they got to kill the person, which is terrible.
Well, if you were this angry, you should be able to give me the quote.
What's up,
Because I can give
Humbleflex?
you
How you doing,
10
bud?
quotes right now from left-wingers who stated that right-wingers deserve to die, and we should fear getting shot every single time we go out. After Charlie was
I'm not
killed.
responsible for every.
Yeah, he can. He can run as a VP.
Member.
Vance can be president and Trump can be vice president. Sure can. And I don't think there's term limits on vice presidents, to be honest with you. And you know what? If Vance runs and wins and then he steps down, wouldn't that be interesting?
If you would be quiet for.
Regarding you specifically, you are now coming up to me. You've been extremely aggressive. And like I said, I'm standing here and I was having a conversation with this gentleman right here.
Go ahead,
And now
post
you're
this.
getting so angry.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
Post this.
well, I'm at the No Kings
Do whatever you
protest here, and
want.
I was standing here. I'm wearing my press badge, and these older gentlemen.
I don't know if
came
he's
up
going to
me
run or not in
and stated,
2028, but he
you know,
can run as
"What's
vice
Turning Point
president.
USA, basically asking me
So,
about Charlie. This guy
he
right
can
here
be president
ends up going,
for
I can't speak to
8
you
more
because Charlie
years,
was a
whether
racist
people
and a
like it or not.
fascist." I then immediately start asking him, like, hey, do you think that means he deserved to be shot? And what exactly did he say that was so racist that made you this angry? He then went on to say that Charlie is an anti-Semite. And now I had a bunch of older people surrounding
That's
me and
usually the way it goes.
that,
Anytime
yeah,
you go
I'm
to
a
those
liar
liberal
now.
type things, they just surround you. That's the way it goes. Oh, got one. They got one. Hitler behavior. Wow, that's pretty crazy. I can't believe people even. You all have used the word Hitler fascist so much that has become. People become so desensitized to the word. They don't even hear it anymore when you say it. It's just like another word. It's like calling someone an idiot. Boy who cried wolf syndrome. Felonious, that's pretty funny. I've been an independent pretty much my whole life. I think I turned the voting age when Obama first came about. I'm surprised he didn't get assassinated. Honestly, me and my friends were pretty sure someone was going to try and shoot that guy, and it didn't happen. We were like, wow. I guess America's not as fucked as we thought. What's up, Jamie? Oh yeah, they were like blaring bullhorns in people's ear all day one day. Yeah, well, the problem with being independent is in local elections, it don't always allow you to vote like the way you want to vote. You like have to vote party lines or whatever, which is stupid.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're right, James. Everybody did love it. Even Oprah loved Trump before he went conservative. He was on The View. The View loved him. And now that's like their number one talking point is Trump. Good or bad, Trump is the number one talking point to get you views. It's either one or the other. And see, this is ridiculous having a kid do this with a knife. Yeah.
Someone over there wanted to. I mean, I'll do it myself.
I'll do it myself.
I just want to make everybody aware that you can hear me. Someone have a megaphone?
Does anybody have a microphone? Going on there. Yeah, he was pretty peaceful. I've only seen him get mad once on stage, and that was at Kai Cenat, because he was hassling him in the crowd the whole night. Yeah, the actual problem is having a two-party system. That's the real problem. We should be able to have whatever, more than two. Definitely more than two. Just does not seem like a very good system. I don't know where that's at. I think that's in Portland. At least for Congress, we need more parties. Because Congress is where it really takes hold in an evilness. Because if you like don't vote along party lines in Congress, they disown you. Another big problem is the lobbying. The lobby is a huge problem. We need to get rid of lobbying. That is pretty much basically bribery, legal bribery. A legal bribe is pretty much what it is.
Desiree Krockheimer is a private security guard in downtown Seattle and protects tech workers and high-level executives.
I've even been a union stop steward.
Krockheimer and her colleagues are fighting for more pay and better benefits with the help of the SEIU 6 Workers Union.
This is an amazing win for the labor movement.
They're the ones who sponsor the dang No Kings March.
That SEIU leaders are more focused on left-wing politics and using valuable union time and resources to participate in this weekend's No Kings protest.
My union is like a political action group that I'm paying.
Yeah, that is
like
a problem.
Earlier this year, No Kings organizers say it's for
parents
free
started
speech
working,
and an opportunity
became
to
a
push
serious
back against
issue.
the Trump administration's policies like illegal immigration enforcement.
Not all of us who are part
Yeah, I
of the
doubt
union
that.
are Democrats. And support,
I don't think he's going to finish
in my
off the
view, this
economy.
kind of a radical
I think it's going to do the same thing it did towards the end of his term and start to turn around, because most people really don't understand how tariffs work. And if you don't understand how tariffs work, I highly, highly, highly suggest you look into the chicken tax and why Toyota trucks are cheaper than Ford trucks.
Are also bothered by the overwhelming number of emails in support of No Kings coming from her left-leaning union representatives.
If they're going to do that, fine, but Republicans and independents should not be required to pay into union dues.
That's pretty funny.
Seattle, she says conservative workers are feeling pressure to go along with the program.
That's pretty fucked up if your union's forcing you to go to marches and shit. Transtifa.
Now, what brings you out here today?
It's having a fascist in run our government.
We're here to say clowns out of the White House.
We're trans! No peace on stolen!
Yeah, this is it.
So tell me about the penguin suit.
It's for the tax put on the penguins to show that Donald Trump doesn't know what he's doing.
Aren't these people illegal?
No.
What about the violent
Tax
criminals?
on the penguins? What the fuck is that guy talking about?
Wait, what?
Why are you? Do you live here? Where are you from?
Where do you live?
Brookline, Massachusetts, ma'am.
Where's your family from? My family's from England. I came on the Mayflower, so I'm
Jeez, she's like enraged. She's shaking.
Why are we blocking the streets?
We're protecting our trans.
I know, they start to shake when they talk. It's
Trump.
crazy.
He did a coup. It's on you.
It is my understanding that Elon Musk does not have any kind of degree in economics. He is not known as an economic thinker.
I'm the richest guy in the world, but yet you're going to question my economic theory? That is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. No, I know shit about money. I'm just the richest person in the world. It just fell out of the sky.
Do your grandchildren know you guys are transphobic pieces of shit? Do they know that you would sell them out if they transition?
Yeah. They're probably perfectly aware of it.
Crash your car on the way home.
This is explicitly a women's space. Women born without a uterus, women born with chromosomal incongruities, women with hormone imbalances, women with facial hair. Trans women are not asking to dominate women's spaces. Most of us are far too f***ing scared.
You think child rapists
No,
deserve dignity?
never heard of it before.
Absolutely, I do.
Never heard of penguin tax.
Love. Everybody deserves
thank
dignity.
you. Thank you for your time.
Everybody does, even you.
Crazy people. What's this bitch
Last
talking
week at the White House.
about? Oh, yeah, the White House.
Even you.
I'm not.
He's got some pretty good footage on his page. Check him out for a little bit. Oh god. 2asshole. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Oh. It's pretty dope.
Uber, and these fuckers are right beside my fucking Uber.
Yeah.
This is what you guys do to completely harass people? Keep fucking off. Well, I'll be back here tomorrow. I live here. Fuck you talking about? I live here. So shut the fuck up. How you know I came from fucking Portland? You stupid motherfucker. It's good. I got your fucking face. You're
Yeah, they got fucking facial recognition, you dum-dum. I'm pretty sure they already knew who you were and where you were going. You went through the airport. Pretty sure that triggered it. Look at this crowd of people. Oh my god. Really, Wendell? How about eggs? What were eggs when Trump was elected? Like $7, $8 a carton? Well, I think it was $8.99 where I am. Now it's down to $2.99. That's down. The only reason gas prices are high here is because fucking the state I live in sucks. But everything else seems to be going down besides beef, and beef is a lot of that's residual stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, because you guys are violent. There's no KKK anymore.
Oh, really? There's not?
Yeah, where do you see the KKK?
Go to Eastern Oregon.
Where do you see, where?
We literally
Show
just
me.
had neo-Nazis over here like a few minutes ago. They're like actually, what are they called? Atom muffin or something like that? Like, whether you call
If the Adam Muffin was there, they'd be beating on your queer ass. Believe that, buddy.
Chandler, why are you hiding your face tonight? Why are you in black bloc tonight?
That's not
What is your plans for the night, Chandler?
Oh shit. That's the guy who lives in the apartment
bro.
complex.
You got that same condescending tone you had with me last time. You're absolutely Chandler.
But again, isn't it interesting?
You got the same tone. Yeah, it's 100% Chandler.
He got caught.
White supremacist organizations that commit very blatant acts of
Ground beef's still high where I'm
When's
at.
the last time that you've seen a white supremacist group?
Eggs are down though. Milk's down though. Coffee creamer's down though. Coffee's
you
down.
Say all the time. Can you name just one? Recently. Why are your eyes so dilated? Why are your eyes so big, bro?
Dude, yeah, he's on dope or something, man. Look at the size of his pupils. Holy shit. What is he on, bro?
But neither do they make it clear they disapprove of the ones who are, and their cowardice in not marginalizing their own crazies has been their downfall. I couldn't get Neil
That's
deGrasse
right.
Tyson, a genius
Probably,
scientist
yeah.
and preeminent scientific voice in the media, to agree that it was ridiculous for Scientific American and The Atlantic to be claiming that separating sports by sex doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. Actually, it makes
If
perfect
Bill Maher's
sense.
telling y'all's asses that, y'all are really fucked.
Stay out of the area of the driveway to allow for vehicular traffic. Remain on the sidewalk or across the street. Anyone, to include the press, trespassing on federal property is subject to arrest.
Yep, you see it right there. Blocking entries, exits, or roadways is not peaceful protest. It's obstruction, and you will be arrested. Heard it from their mouth. Oh, yeah. She's got some good stuff on her page. Oh, yeah, this is pretty crazy.
Attention, friends. Attention, friends. If you all could make your way to the green room, I'll be talking about what prison torture looks like for anarchists inside, what resistance looks like, and how we can fight it in the...
Yeah, look what Antifa's putting on people's fucking driveways. They don't agree with. Real fucking peaceful, huh? How are you supposed to get a car through that? How in the hell are you supposed to get a car through that shit? How is an ambulance supposed to get there? How is a police car supposed to get there? That's fucking insane. Now you tell me if something was to go wrong that all those officers would not have to use lethal force, because there's way fucking more of them than there is of them. That's a setup for disaster. That's why the National Guard needs to be there. That's right. They'd at least move for the car to come in and out. They know what the fuck is going on. It's not like it's their first night there. It's like night 135. Not only that, all these officers that are out there guarding the driveway right now are not doing their normal job. That means there's less officers checking packages. There's less officers on the border. There's less officers checking produce for bacteria and stuff. You're talking about this has an effect on the whole system. But nobody gives a fuck about that. All they care about is, oh my God, there's an ICE building that don't even hold detainees. That building does not even hold detainees. And yet they're still protesting outside the fucking thing. There's Border Patrol out there. There's Customs Enforcement agents out there. There's Department of Homeland Security agents out there. There's what do I call them? Federal Protective Services out there. These are all people that have other jobs that are not this, that are being pulled away from their normal duties to handle this nonsense.
Oh yeah. Good old tear gas.
Yeah. Obama straight had internment camps. Obama had kids in internment camps. His was way worse. They were literally sleeping under foil blankets. Oh, you mean the Chinese Communist Party propaganda that you're watching, Bex? Oh, yeah. You're in Australia and you're talking about, we don't have VPN, we don't have media stuff like that in America. They don't block our content like that.
They're not fucking around tonight.
We don't have laws against social media. We can post whatever we want, as long as it's not a threat to someone's life.
They don't want to go. So, I don't know.
It's coming up pretty strong.
What fire?
Man, you got a pretty good
That's too harsh. We gotta roll.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't really see. Oh no.
Yeah, you're right, Michael. That's true. I'm tired of people telling us how to live our lives in America and what's right or what's wrong for us. Worry about your own country. I'm 100% positive y'all have a shit ton of problems over there as well.
Do you want to talk?
Sure, I mean, we can talk.
Let's talk a little bit. Tell us your name again.
Cindy.
No,
Cindy,
they're
we
not
talked
making
the other
a
night.
difference,
You live
Bex.
in the building.
They're not making a fucking iota
You told
of
us your
difference.
story a little
That's
bit.
the whole point.
Catch us
They're
up.
doing
You said
nothing
something happened last night that was
but disrupting people's
there,
lives.
Everything was fine until, you know, people started
Nothing
going
is
home
absolutely going to change because those fools are standing in the road in Portland. Nothing. There will be no change whatsoever. You can. I'll put a bet on it.
These guys get all emboldened, and what I mean by these guys is the protesters.
Right.
And they attacked several different people. They attacked one anti-protester, a woman who was holding an American flag. She had to get the police to escort her to her car. And then my friend Brenna, she observed a man named Terrell getting the crap beat out of him and being surrounded by these protesters. And 4 ICE officers came out of the building to rescue them and help them get in, because Terrell, the man that was attacked, he's been attacked before. They split his lip open. That was back in June.
So he comes out a lot.
Well, he lives right up the other side of the Tesla building.
I see, okay.
So he's in the area and he was on his way home when they attacked him.
So he wasn't instigating or anything as far as we know?
Not a thing.
Wow.
They just recognized him from before.
Because he's been out here before, right?
And they you know, it's the crowd mentality. You get so many of them together and they're bored and they got nothing to do and they're mad and so they attack people.
Right.
And that's not right. That's just, it's wrong. I'm trying to come up with the funds to move. I'm on disability. I'm disabled. And it's, you know, I just get a disability check once a month and it's hard to move. So I started a Give, Send, Go for me. And haven't been having too much luck, but we're trying, you know, because I'm not going to stick around for the next 3 years while Trump's in office, because they're not going to leave till he's gone.
You think this is going to keep going?
Oh, I know it's
maybe get worse?
You know, especially with all the back and forth between the state and the feds as far as sanctuary city and everything else. And I just feel like I'm a target because I'm white, you know? And I had one of them tell me that I was automatically white privileged and a racist because I was born white.
What's up, Irish? How you doing, bud?
That's not who I am. You know, I believe everybody has equal opportunity in this country if they're willing to work for it. I've been on the book since I was 14. I picked beans. I picked strawberries for my school clothes. I worked after school and weekends and summer vacations. And you have to work your way up. You know, I'm retired from work now because I can't work. But anything that I get now is because I paid into the system. And it just seems like the world today is full of a bunch of entitlement. People think they're, you know, the rich have too much and the poor have too little. Well, you know, everybody can make their way in the world if they work hard enough at it. But if you keep handing things to people, that doesn't give them an incentive to better themselves at all. And I'm not a communist. I believe that our country has worked well so far. You have the opportunity to be anything you want to be. And I don't care what the color of your skin is. If you work at it hard enough, I've known good friends that are judges that are black. My best friend is black. Hispanics are hardworking people. And I think if you do things to the law of the land, everybody could be happy. But don't expect people to just hand you things. That's my point.
But Cindy, you worked all your life. You got disabled on the job. You're just trying to live in your apartment, and now you're gonna have to come up with last month's rent, deposit, moving truck, movers.
Yep. And I don't have that kind of money.
And this is nothing you chose. It's happening to you.
Yeah, it is. But it's either them or me. And when you're at this age, when you get to my age at 63, you only crave peace and tranquility and the ability to get up in the morning with a cup of coffee and watch the sunrise and pet your dog and watch the seasons change and enjoy your life. And this is not enjoying life. You know, if you want to be stupid and, well, I can't even say it's stupid if they just, but why drag me along for it? I want peace and I deserve it, regardless of if I have $1 million or if I have, you know, a few cents. I need peace. And I'm past my fighting years, you know? I don't wish anything bad on anybody in this world, but at the same time, you gotta work for what you get in life. And
yeah, no problem, DB.
Do that, then I don't know what
this one's about over.
You know?
End it.
There's laws in every
an
land.
hour. Come back later on if there's anything good
Border
going
laws
on.
in every land. So how come we're the bad guys?
Make sure everybody likes, subscribe.
Well, I was talking to
do all that
Portland
good
police
stuff.
earlier. There's a lot of opinions about them. They seem to feel that they're caught between the Biden DOJ and now the Trump DOJ and the leftist government here. Basic question, do you feel like there's law and order on this block for you?
Oh no, there's no law and order. The city council and the mayor have deemed that within a 4-block radius of ICE that the police are not to interfere. They've been here more in the last
Bex,
few
how do you
weeks
know?
than
You're not even American. What are you even fucking talking about?
Yes.
How are you're not even American and you're talking about U.S. government like you know something. That's the same shit these Chinese bots do when they come in here. It's Chinese subversion bots.
We've called 911 several times and been told
No, she doesn't.
they can't
It's
respond.
exactly what Chinese. And if you ask them something specific about America, they can't answer the question. Like something culturally specific that like AI
Anywhere
can't
else
answer.
in town, you make this much noise, they're gonna call the police.
It's Chinese subversion, is what it is.
You can't build, you can't do
They
construction.
just found
at
another
night, but
huge rack of SIM cards in Europe,
this,
like a bunch of them, and that's where they're coming
And
from.
tomorrow night, No Kings Rally, we're not going to get any sleep. And so this morning when I got up and went down the elevator, there was a sign in the elevator with a printout that said, with a picture of earplugs that said, need earplugs?
Nobody cares,
Just
Bex.
contact the
Nobody cares if they're watching. They want to be
So
us.
that's what you're
We don't
getting
care
for
if they're
your
watching
trouble
us.
for your
They want to be
earplugs.
us. Watch away.
And
If they don't like it, they can go live in your fucked up Chinese country
they cleaned out that
where you
camp
kill
and now I came
Uyghurs.
back
where you're literally having a genocide against Muslims in
Cindy,
your
I'm
country.
sorry you're going through this. I feel like a lot of people do want to help. You said you have a Give, Send, Go?
Yes.
How do we find that?
It's, oh goodness, I'd have to look it up online, but it's,
All right, folks, that's about it for today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. We might be back on later if there's anything good going on. Peace out.